presidential Arvind Kejriwal greeting here, addressing one of his first rallies after filing his nomination today. Agenda is coming to you live from one of AAP rallies here, and it's one of those very typical of AAP, one of those small gatherings right in the center of a place called Nanakpura in South Delhi. Now we'll be deconstructing what AAP politics is all about with sociologist Shiv Vishwanathan. He's here, and of course AAP man Rahul Mehra will help us understand and perhaps take on some of the questions people have had about AAP. And all these crowds over here, young students, a lot of them first-time voters. Not all of them are AAP fans. A lot of them are in fact Narendra Modi fans. But they'll be asking their questions about AAP in just a bit. First of all, just take a look at how Kiran Bedi and Arvind Kejriwal had a bit of a face-off, both filing the nominations today.
As the high-stakes battle for Delhi enters its last leg, the top contenders get battle ready. A day after Aam Aadmi Party chief Arvind Kejriwal's roadshow in the heart of Delhi, BJP's chief ministerial candidate Kiran Bedi, whose announcement as CM nominee had ruffled many feathers, launched her own roadshow, accompanied by Dr. Harshvardhan. Though the party had made elaborate arrangements in its own stronghold of Krishnanagar, the turnout was moderate compared to the 7-kilometer-long roadshow by the Aam Aadmi Party a day earlier. Today, however, a picture of unity to show all is well in the saffron fold.
गोल्ड मेडल है, फर्स्ट क्लास फर्स्ट, अनु रिजल्ट पहले ही दे रहे, फर्स्ट क्लास फर्स्ट।
मैम पारंपरिक सीट मिली है तो लगता है जिम्मेदारी और ज्यादा बढ़ जाती है।
बिल्कुल, मैं एक माली भी हूँ और थोड़ी सी मालकिन भी हूँ।
Meanwhile, Arvind Kejriwal finally made it to file his nomination at just about the same time as his young challenger from BJP, the London School of Economics graduate Nupur Sharma and former Minister of Congress Kiran Walia. The police was out in full force, but nothing could prevent Kejriwal from hitting out at his opponents, especially since he thought Kiran Bedi was stealing some of his thunder.
All of you seem to be obsessed with Kiran Bedi.
Perhaps a big Aam Aadmi statement that came out of Arvind Kejriwal filing his nomination here at the New Delhi constituency seat is the statement that was there in his disclosure of assets, where unlike other netas, and it commonly happens, so Arvind Kejriwal's cash deposit in the bank seems to have gone down by 1 lakh. Now, that's quite a statement that Arvind Kejriwal is making, especially in his campaign against corruption.
केजरीवाल साहब, मैं आपसे कहना चाहता हूं, किरण बेदी जी तो नहीं आ रही, आइए हम दोनों आमने सामने हो जाते हैं.
In an election increasingly being seen centered between Aam Aadmi Party and the BJP, neither Kejriwal or Kiran Bedi today responded to Makan's challenge.
किरण बेदी जी भाजपा में जाते ही आपका हृदय परिवर्तन ये हो गया कि भ्रष्टाचार के खिलाफ लड़ाई की बात को भी आप भूल गए. जब ये लोग दोनों केजरीवाल और किरण बेदी अपने सीने के अंदर अपने राजनीतिक मंचे को दबा करके लोगों के सामने अपने आप को रखने की कोशिश कर रहे थे, तो आपके सामने खड़ा हुआ शख्स अजय माकन खेल मंत्री के तौर के ऊपर सुरेश रैमानी को जेल भिजवा रहा था, भ्रष्टाचार के खिलाफ लड़ाई लड़ रहा था.
With the nomination process over now, campaigning is expected to pick up in the days ahead. With Sandeep Phukan, Ketki Angre and Sunetra Chaudhary in New Delhi, Siddharth Pandey for NDTV.
So agenda coming to you from Arvind Kejriwal's rally. We are going to be focusing in this election season on each party every day. What's interesting is that I just heard Arvind Kejriwal speaking over there, and he talked about, well, if Kiran Bedi had to join, then she could have joined us. So our first talking point really is, who is Kejriwal fighting against most? Is it Modi? Is it Bedi? Or is it his own past, his own history of having resigned? Rahul Mehra, who is he fighting?
I think it's well known by now who Kejriwal and the Aam Aadmi Party is fighting. We are not fighting any individual. We are fighting the political malaise. We are fighting the very concept of an alternate politics which is non-existent in India. We want to bring that spark into the Indian politics. If you see over the last 2 years, it's brought about a new wave of interest amongst the youth. Youth feels connected to politics today like never before. I was always sitting on the fence, always thinking, when is India going to change, when people like me will cross that fence over, and we would like to take the reins in our own hands and try and build the new India, the modern India, a developed India, an India which is free of caste, creed, religion and politics, the India where political funding is transparent, an India where everybody rises above and talks about nation first and politics later. So that is what Aam Aadmi Party fights, and that is what Arvind Kejriwal is the epitome.
No particular individual.
Sorry?
Not a particular individual.
No, not at all. I mean, there is space for everybody around. But India today, in the cusp that India finds itself in, the crossroads that we are on, I think it requires another political party.
Okay.
BJP and saffronization of India is a very dangerous concept.
Yeah.
So in a healthy democracy, there is a space for Mr. Narendra Modi, and God bless him for what he's doing. And there is an equal space for Arvind Kejriwal at the state level in Delhi.
Yeah.
And how about having a comparative politics between Narendra Modi and Arvind Kejriwal, two people who are immensely loved by Indians?
Okay, interesting. And I just want to point out to our viewers back that when he's speaking, as we're talking, Arvind Kejriwal is also dressed in his famous, what's become on social media famous as Muffler Man, and that same thing. And it's a cold January evening, so a lot of the people over here, or the people around here who've come, they've been waiting an hour almost. It's a small meeting, but he's talking about inflation right now. So as you see it, we heard what the inside, what their thought is, but from as an outsider's perspective, where do you think his real challenge lies? Modi, Bedi, or is it his own history and having quit so soon?
No, I define it a different way. I think Rahul is right. Everyone's looking for a new kind of politics, right? The question is, how will Arvind deliver it? So it's not who he is fighting, but how he is fighting, which is more important. And to me, that's the interesting point. The question is, this is the second wave of AAP. To a certain extent, they lost a certain credibility.
They did.
Yeah. But I think what they've done is to admit the mistake and come back in a durable way. Now, this new style has to be slightly different. It has to address some of the same problems. So when they're addressing questions of electricity, medicine, education, excess, they're defining a different idea of democracy. Because you can't have an inclusive democracy which denies
Are they
access.
doing things differently this time round?
He has to set up committees to look at, okay, how do you deliver a medical treatment? Just let's take time and motion studies of medicine, education, access to a bureaucracy. If you were to cut that waiting time by half, he has achieved something.
He has achieved
Because
something.
what he is saying is, governance is time, governance is access, governance is cost. It's not just politics. Am I right?
In fact, I couldn't agree more. And which is why, if you see, we want to bring about honest politics. And we are not saying we know it all. In fact, we don't. So we think that people of India know it all. And if we together, as politicians on one side, having an individual independent discourse and never engaging themselves with the people whom they are there to serve in politics, we are bringing that discourse. And we have a Delhi dialogue over the last 2 months.
That's right.
So we've engaged with not only international experts but Indian experts from varied backgrounds.
Okay.
So we are talking about women's security. We have a complete blueprint on women's security.
Women's security
We're
has
talking
been a
about
major kind of
education,
concern.
health, name it, and we have the documents and,
That's true.
and how we are going to govern. So let's talk on these issues, is what we are actually asking.
Okay, but what's
and what about a
interesting-
democracy
but
where
what-
two people can't even debate? Kiran Bedi shuns away and ducks from debating Arvind Kejriwal.
I'm glad you bring
There
it in,
has to
Bedi.
be
But
something
there's a
more to
point.
it.
Yeah.
What if Kiran challenged Arvind to a tennis match? Now,
No,
Sorry, what if?
What if Kiran challenged Arvind to a tennis match?
Okay, now-
I think
No,
you
let-
need
let's
patience
not
enough
push
to
it.
go on that court and lose.
Since you bring
But
up
let's
Kiran
let's
Bedi,
have that
okay.
sporting spirit in us.
Since you bring up Kiran Bedi, one of the top trends today has been Bedi versus Kejriwal. That's been the whole thing. I just want to ask some of these people over here, do you think that it's made the fight more interesting when BJP started fielding Kiran Bedi against Kejriwal?
According to me, Kejriwal is not in the race now. He lost the day Kiran Bedi was fielded by BJP because she, according to me and many people, that she is highly qualified and she was the jailer of TR jail, not a
So you think
prisoner of
she needed
TR.
her. But you are undecided, right? What do you think?
I think the fact that Kiran Bedi is a female will also work in favor of the BJP at the moment.
So Rahul, do you think, in fact today, when Arvind told us, when we went for his nomination, Arvind Kejriwal said, when we asked him any question about Kiran, he's like, you guys are obsessing about her. Now do you think, just for the fact that she is also from a bureaucratic background, she was a top cop, he was a top IRS officer, the fact that they share that whole civil society background of being activists, of being rebels within the system, has it stolen his thunder a bit? That's actually a real talking point.
Not at all. In fact, I think Ms. Bedi coming in the fray has made things easier for Aam Aadmi Party. And
Really?
I'll give you 5 reasons. I'll give you 5 reasons for it.
Yeah.
And I hope the logic actually convinces my friends on the other side. Number one, if Ms. Bedi is going to bring transparency into the political funding of BJP, which is funded by 85% people who are unaccounted money, God bless Kiran Bedi, God bless BJP, and let's change that. Let Ms. Bedi take the lead and convince Narendra Modi to have political funding which is 100% transparent. If Ms. Bedi is going to give Delhi full statehood and can convince her party leaders, let's have that. If Ms. Bedi can bring about a change in the commitment of BJP state unit and national party by getting 30% reduction in power tariff, which is a part of their manifesto, let's do that. If Ms. Bedi can actually prevail upon the likes of Yogi Adityanath and others, where they talk about not wearing jeans, Ms. Bedi has shot here by the logic of the fringe element or the pervasive element now, not the fringe element anymore, because Narendra Modi has kept quiet on it. Many others. Let's take about auditing of DISCOMs and so many others.
I want to ask you.
I'm so sorry. So the point I was making was Kiran Bedi is going to be a slave of the policies of BJP. If Kiran Bedi can be the crusader, if Kiran Bedi can be the honest NGO kind of fighter as a political animal that she is to today become, and stop being sycophant of one leader and showing us the registers that she shows us, then it's going to be a change of politics.
I want to know, how do you read in the voters' mind the fight between Kiran Bedi and Arvind Kejriwal, because they are kind of similar.
Yeah, that's what is interesting.
Yeah.
That to a certain extent, BJP had to bring someone similar to Kejriwal to contest him.
Yeah.
That shows acumen and panic.
Sure.
I think
but has it paid off for them?
No, short run it increases the gossip of politics. You know, someone like Kiran Bedi come in, it's a cameo role politics.
Yeah.
Of course people will be interested. And
will it translate into votes, do you think?
No, I think that's what we have to see.
Yeah.
You see, I would lower expectations. I don't expect Kiran Bedi to clean up BJP. I don't think anyone can clean up BJP. Because that will require a broom of a miraculous kind. Right? I think the more important thing is, at a certain local level, will people's perception of politics change? Now, if that happens, then it's interesting. Now,
because of her coming in?
No, because he has to still answer. Otherwise, what's the change in politics? If she's going to be another BJP Shaka leader, well, wear the khaki pants again.